Attention duelists. Phoenix here bringing you the Master Duel Monday Watch and Learn. Had a fun little heart attack at the start of this when I was trying to update my information for the Twitch studios and it would not update. So I was worried there was some issue with that. But eventually the machines decided to bend to my will, as all Rubits do. I'm very powerful. And they respect me. So let's get right into it. Hope you all had solid weekends. Had a pretty chill one myself. Played some D&D. Always fun. And for better or worse, might be getting back into Hearthstone after being out of it for, I don't know, 5 years. I'm sure that'll be fun and cheap. But for now, let's watch some Yu-Gi-Oh! Scareclaw. Might be able to do something. Opponent summons Sprite Blue, Max C in response. Called by in response to the Max C. Max C is banished and negated. Specials out another Sprite Blue for having Sprite Blue. Ash Blossom will respond to that Sprite Blue. No second called by, so this will stop it, but Sprite player can keep going. Those two baby blues are going to overlay into Gigantic Sprite. Sprite will use its effect. Detaching unit to summon Jet. Jet will use its effect to add Sprite Starter to the hand. Then Jet and Sprite are going to overlay Link into Sprite Elf. Elf will use its effect to summon back Jet from the graveyard, activating Sprite Starter, summoning Carrot from the deck, and passing. Kind of a weak Sprite board. Drawing the third Maxi, that hurts. Summon Scareclaw Balone. Elf will chain using its effect to summon back Blue, who will add red. Specials out Acro then for having Balone on board. Balone will link off into Lightheart. Lightheart will use its effect, adding Primitive Planet Reichphobia, activates Reichphobia. Carrot will use its effect, tributing Blue to negate and destroy just negate Reichphobia. Reichphobia will use its effect to destroy Elf, because there are a lot of defense monsters on board. And then Lightheart will punch over Jet in defense mode. Passes turn to the Sprite player. Max C fired off immediately once again. This one does resolve. Carrot goes to attack mode, punches over Lightheart. Main phase 2, special out red. Passes on that, so he has a spell or monster negate. Sets 1 passes. As it stands, Acro and defense is enough to hold off this, but don't think that'll last for long. Red and Carrot are going to overlay into the second Gigantic Sprite. Gigantic Sprite using its effect, hit by Imperm. Sets 1 and passes. Draws Kashtira Fenrir. Acro is going to link off into another copy of Lightheart. Lightheart will use its effect. Called by will activate, targeting the Lightheart already in the grave. That hurts. Lightheart go bye-bye. One on board is negated. Moves to battle. Lightheart swings into Gigantic. Main phase 2, special out Kashtira Fenrir, which will add Scareclaw Kashtira. Scareclaw Kashtira will summon itself. Banish Lightheart from the graveyard. Then Scareclaw and Fenrir will overlay into Shangri-Ira. Passes turn. Ira using its effect, summoning Unicorn from the deck. Opponent activates Focused Aquamirror, first time seeing that. Add a Gishki monster from deck to hand. During the end phase, if you control a water ritual monster, you can banish this card from the graveyard. Set an Aquamirror spell trap from the deck, except Focused Aquamirror. You can only use it once per turn. Alright. And he added Gishki Shadow. Hey, card game. Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Uses Gishki Mirror's effect, discarding it to add Necro Mirror. Unicorn will then use its effect, looking at the extra deck, banishing the second sprite. Shangri-Ira will block his own. Necro Mirror will then be activated with the third Maxi of the game chaining. I'm doing pretty solid. No complaints. Necromir sending away Shangri-Ira to summon Evigishki. What is your goofy name? Evigishki Nerimanus. Nerimanus. It's actually not that complicated. A woman is riding a fish. Can ritual summon with any Gishki monster. If you use cards ritual summon, target one water monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Cannot be destroyed by battle with monster special from the extra deck. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, return one Gishki ritual monster you control to the hand and negate the effect. If you do, shuffle it into the deck. Neat. Evigishki will punch over the unicorn. Gigantic goes direct. During the end phase, Focused Aquamirror will set Aquamirror Illusion. Player draws the second Primitive Planet Reichphobia, activates it, using it to add Reichheart. Summons Reichheart. Reichheart, upon attempt to use its effect, Evigishki Nerimanus will use her effect to say no, bouncing herself. Reichheart goes back into the deck. Then player activates Aquamirror of Illusion, summoning back Evigishki, which I think he just goes right back to the hand during the end phase, so that did nothing. Back to the Sprite player, using Gigantic once again. Summoning out Gishki Grimness. Grimness effect, special summoning Gishki Abyss, Abyss effect, adding Gishki Shadow. Shadow using its effect, discarding itself, add another Aquamirror. That definitely looks that way, although the Kashtira was playing more of a Scareclaw package at the very start, and the sprites were kind of a decoy because Gishki only showed up now. Grimness and Abyss will then link off into IP. Necromirror effect, returning cards to the deck from the graveyard. Did not even punch. One card in the back row, drawing Balone. Summon Balone, IP using her effect immediately, probably going into Nightmare Unicorn if I were to guess. What do you know, I'm a genius. Unicorn using its on summon, discarding Nerimanus to spin the Balone. Passes it back to the sprite Gishki. Activates the Aquamirror. Grimness is used as the ritual material for a second Nerimanus. Nerimanus effect, targeting the Grimness that was just used. Summon it to the field. Punch with Unicorn, Grimness, and Evigishki for game. I do play the TCG. The most recent deck that I've enjoyed playing in TCG has been... I'm not even going to try to pretend I know how to say its weird pseudo-French name. Hungry Burger Ritual. I have a lot of fun with that. No one got my attention in casual. I see Atlantean, so I'm going to look at that. Yeah, Hungry Burger Ritual is a lot of fun. I got the Red Dragon Archfiend structure deck, so I'll probably make something with that to run, just for a funsies, because I don't think it's really competitive, but I don't really play competitive, because I don't like sweating games in the real world. Player sets Keeper of the Shrine passes. Opponent's turn activates Legendary Ocean. I do think the Resonators are just very good cards in general. The back row set with the Legendary Ocean. Player activates Bingo Machine Go, revealing 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, guaranteeing he gets 1. He will then show that Blue Eyes to summon the Alt Dragon. Opponent activates Torrential Tribute. Goodbye, everyone. Blue Eyes player activates Ancient Rules, summoning their Blue Eyes for free. Moves to battle, punch Blue Eyes. I'm excited for those cards to be added to Master Duel, because I actually really enjoy running the Red Dragon Resonator package anytime a Synchro Festival comes up. Legendary Ocean player sets a back row passes. Blue Eyes player sets Smashing Ground. Swings for Blue Eyes again. Passes. Ocean player summons the Atlantean Attack Squad and passes. Blue Eyes player summons Maiden with Eyes of Blue. Opponent activates Aegis of the Ocean Dragon. Smashing Ground activates. Whiffs. Synchro summons out Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. Azure Eyes effect. Azure Eyes then punches over the attack squadron, does not destroy it. protected by the Aegis. Water player's turn. Sets a card, passes. Draws for turn. Azure Eyes effect. Summon back Blue Eyes. That's one. Now he swings over the attack squad. And now second attack for game. Blue Eyes has an animation. When the hell did they give him that? That was way cooler than Dark Magician's finish animation. Crazy the things they put in this game and no one tells me. I see Dark Magician versus Blue Eyes with Dark Paladin and Ultimate Dragon. Well, I want to see what's going on with here. And either way, we'll hopefully be able to get to see an animation. Actually, with the terrible legacy packs that we get, I finally got my third free Blue Eyes from that one. So I might do a Blue Eyes if I'm feeling crazy. Who knows? Duels B, set, pass. Dark Magician player, this is some classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Around here. Setting Sangan and True Light in passing. Opponent activates D spell, revealing True Light. Nothing happens. Flips up Beaver Warrior, activates True Light, which will set Destined Rivals. Beaver Warrior swings over Sangan. It is 2003 over here. So adds Time Wizard off of it, sets one, passes. What the hell is happening here? Draws Maiden with Eyes of Blue, uses True Light, setting Ultimate Fusion. Summons the Maiden with Eyes of Blue. Passes. Dual Speed, Dark Hole. This is some playground Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Speed's own Sangan was destroyed, adding Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress. Summons it. Swings. Player draws for turn. Kaiser Glider. Setting Time Wizard. Passing. Battle phase. Winged Dragon swings over the Time Wizard. Sets a monster and passes. Draws Dark Magic Circle. Activates it. Adding Magician's Salvation. Activates that. Does not set Eternal Soul from deck. Opponent swings direct with the Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress. Passes turn. Draws Blue Eyes Alt Dragon. Once again, full pass. Swings direct again. Passes. Duelist A needs to do something. Gets a piece of Exodia. Sets it and passes. Opponent swings over the leg. Sets a back row and passes. Draws his second Dark Magician. Has to discard a card. Discards a Dark Magician. Passes. Opponent summons Alpha the Magnet Warrior. Swings with both of his monsters. Duels A down to 1,000. Player draws Blue Eyes. Reveals it. Summoning Alt Dragon. True Light's effect. Letting them summon the Blue Eyes from their hand. Alt Dragon effect. Destroying the opponent's set card, which is Mystical Elf. Tributes both of their Blue Eyes to summon Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. Then activates Return of the Dragon Lords. Summoning back the Blue Eyes Dragon. Tributing the Blue Eyes for Kaiser Glider. Activate Ultimate Fusion. Returning the Blue Eyes and the Alt Dragon from the graveyard to the deck. To summon a second Twin Burst Dragon. Banishes Kaiser Glider for Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. One Twin Burst will swing over both the opponent's monsters on board. The second one will go direct. And then the Red Eyes Darkness Metal will swing, only for a magic cylinder to go off, redirecting the damage to Duelist A, and Duelist B takes the win. I almost thought Duelist A had a comeback there. But no one expects Magic Cylinder. Over here looks like Cubic versus Pendulum Fusion Dragons. There's the cubes. Opponent sets in the scale Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon and Dragon Pit Magician activates Soul Pendulum. Soul Pendulum will modulate levels of the scale. Normal summon Perform Pal Silver Claw. Cubic player will reveal 3 cubic cards in hand, summoning Crimson Nova, then summons Duza. Duza will send away Dark Garnex, gaining attack stat. Crimson Nova will swing over Silver Claw and destroy a monster, so it can attack again. Duza then punches, and during the end phase, Crimson Nova will deal 3,000 to each player. Cubic wins. Just that easy. I see Egyptian Gods and Dark Magician over here. Solid opener for the Dark Magician player. Opponent summons Ra's Disciple. Max C will fire off in response. No response to the Max C. Ra's Disciple, summoning out 2 other disciples, one from hand, one from deck, activates Ancient Chant, adding the Winged Dragon of Ra. Tributes the 3 disciples to summon the Winged Dragon of Ra. Trades all but one of his life points away into Ra's attack stat, sets 1 back row, and passes. Dark Magic Circle is activated, adds Secrets of Dark Magic. Magician's Souls will show itself, send away Illusion of Chaos. Not do anything after that. Illusion of Chaos will reveal itself, add Timaeus, activates Preparation of Rites. Opponent activates Twin Twister, destroying the Dark Magic Circle. Good to get that out of the way. Preparation of Rites, add back Illusion of Chaos. Activate Secrets of Dark Magic, fusing the Dark Magician with the Illusion of Chaos. Or Master of Chaos. Master of Chaos, summon back the Dark Magician he just used as fusion material. Activate Soul Servant, putting Magician's Rod on top of the deck. Banish Soul Servant. Draw a card. Timaeus will send away the Magician's Rod he just got to summon himself. Master of Chaos, tribute a Late in the Dark, banish all the opponent's monsters. The board is wide open. Swing for game. Dark Magician wins. That card D? I haven't seen that guy in forever. Me boy. Oh, how I've missed you. You have Pot of Greed at home. Oh god, this is like a classic Exodia stall out. Actually, this looks like Burn. Opponent sets a card in the back row, summons Magician's Rod. The Rod will add Dark Magical Circle. Activate the circle, adding Magician's Navigation. Passes turn. Duelist A draws. Activates Pot of Duality, looking at the top 3 cards. Adds Accumulated Fortune, setting 3 and 4 cards in the back row, and passes. Opponent's turn. Summons Lemon Magician Girl, swings with Magician's Rod after setting a back row, Battle Fader to stop the attack. Player will pass, draws another Secret Barrel, passes turn on that. Really hoping to get a long chain here. Magician's Rod will be tributed for Dark Magician Girl. Lemon Magician Girl will then tribute her. Secret Barrel will then activate. Ceasefire as Chainlink 2. Accumulated Fortune as Chainlink 4. Chain Strike as Chainlink 5. I think I got one of the chain markers wrong there, but you get it. Chain Strike deals 2,000 damage. Fortune draws in 2 cards. Ceasefire burns for 1,000. Secret Barrel does 1,400. Duelist B down to 3,600 from all that. Dark Magician was added to the hand by Lemon. Activates Magician's Navigation, summoning the Dark Magician from their hand and an Chronicle Magician from the deck. Dark Magic Circle will activate, targeting the Battle Fader. He goes bye-bye. Activates Dark Magic Twin Burst, using its effect to bump up Dark Magicians already bumped up by Chronicler, to gain it to a total of 7,000. Swings with Chronicler. Battle Fader enters the field. Activates Destined Rivals, which does not stop Battle Fader from ending the game there. Duelist A will set 4 cards in the back row. During the opponent's draw phase, activate Secret Barrel. Magician's Navigation will chain, targeting Secret Barrel. A second Secret Barrel will activate. A Secret Blast will then activate. And a Jar of Greed as Chainlink 5. Draws his card. Secret Blast does 1200. Barrel for 14. Navigation resolves, negating the first barrel. Game is not over. Activates Chaos Form, sending away Dark Magician. For Magician of Chaos. Dark Magic Circle will activate, banishing Battle Fader. Moves to battle, Chronicler will swing, Swift Scarecrow will discard itself, end the battle phase. Player draws Secret Blast, set pass. Opponent draws for turn, Secret Blast will activate. Magician of Chaos will chain, destroying Lemon Magician, meaning he has one less card needed to finish the game here. Player activates Bond between teacher and student, summoning back Dark Magician Girl from the graveyard and setting the Dark Magic attack. Swings with all of his magicians. Duelist A is not out of this yet. Any burn card gets them the win. They draw Just Desserts, set pass. Player draws, Just Desserts activates, and the final burn goes through. And Chain Burn will take the win. See, Cybers and Galaxies. Robot Dragon versus Space Dragon. Tale as old as time. Not a great opener, if I do say so. Player will set a card and pass. It was Time Gazer Magician. Opponent will activate Sorceress Spellwall, T-set pass. Player draws Rank Up Magic Barion's Force, sets 2 cards and passes. Opponent will use Cyberdark Cannon, discarding itself, to add Cyberdark Chimera. Set a card, then send it away to special summon Cyber Pharaohs. Card they set was Cyberdark Chimera, which was then sent away, allowing them to send Cyberdark Keel. Player draws Pot of Riches. Passes turn, doing nothing. Opponent summons Luster Dragon. Luster Dragon will swing over the Time Gazer Magician. Draws Odd Eyes Phantasm Dragon, full pass. I don't think Duelist A is going to actually do anything. Duelist B sets another monster, swings Luster, passes. Draws Double Iris Magician, puts Phantasm in the scale, Double Iris in the other scale, has scales 0 to 8, means 1 to 7. Summoning out Time Gazer, that's it. Luster Dragon will swing over the Time Gazer. Duelist B passes. Low Octane Dueling. Draws Fusion Substitute. Activates Diane Keto the Cure Master, gaining 1,000 life points. Will Pendulum Summon once again. Time Gazer's back. I'm going to look at this real quick. Beyond the Pen, C9, C107, number 9, number 107, C6, number 11, number 6, C101, 61, regular 101, 32, Cloud Castle, Gigantic Castle, Starving Venom. Opponent activates Cyberdynamic Horizon, discarding a horn, sending away Cyber Dragon Hers, adding Cyber Dragon, sending away Cyber End Dragon. Hers was sent away. Its effect will let him add a regular Cyber Dragon. Cyber Pharaoh's effect, fusing the Cyber Dragons in hand into Cyber Twin Dragon. Activates Super Strident Blaze, equipping it to the Twin Dragon. Twin Dragon will attack. This is attack. Did not make the second attack with Twin. Weird. Flips up all of his monsters, which are Lancer, Dragonute, and Crowned by the World Chalice. Pendulum summons out. Odd Eyes Phantasm and Time Gazer. Uses Super Polymerization, fusing Lancer Dragonute with Time Gazer, making Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Starving Venom Fusion Dragon will gain the attack stat of Cyber Twin, then swing over the Cyber Twin. Then the Phantom will swing over the Luster Dragon, and Starving Venom will attack again because it stole the effect of Twin to be able to attack twice, punching over Crowned by the World Chalice for game. A lackluster match, all things considered. I was unimpressed. All right, let's hit the random button for a few of these. Normal monster beat stick. Opponent summons Shiranui Soulfire. Sorry, Squire, not Soulfire. Bring out the other Shiranui, sync them together for Immortal Dragon. Immortal Dragon effect, sending away Gozuki. Gozuki will banish itself. Summon a Gozuki from the hand. Squire was banished. Sorry. Gozuki was sent to graveyard. It banished the Squire to be able to summon the second Gozuki. Then Squire's effect activated to draw a card, discard Necroworld Banshee. Banshee was discarded and is in the grave. Banish herself, activate Zombie World. Gozuki on field will send away Glow Up Bloom. Glow Up Bloom will activate its effect. Zombie World's on the field. So it'll summon Doom King Ballardrock from the deck. Then Immortal Dragon and Gozuki will sync together for Shiranui Samurai Saga. Pass. Player summons Archfiend Soldier, equipping a Horn of the Unicorn to it, and Lucky Iron Axe, and a second Lucky Iron Axe. Activates Cup of Ace. Getting heads. Pot of Greed. Moves to battle, swings at Ballardrock. Opponent will reveal Al Ghul Mazera, who will banish itself to prevent battle damage, then summon itself back. Passing turn. Samurai Saga and Al Ghul will link together for Vampire Sucker. Summons Shiranui Solitaire. Solitaire will tribute itself, a zombie monster effect activated, so Ballardrock will use its effect to banish a card in the field, which was Archfiend Soldier, and summons out Unizombie from Solitaire. Horn of the Unicorn puts itself back on top of the deck. Unizombie will send away Mizuki. Shiranui Spectral Sword will activate, targeting Names. Shiranui Spectral Sword will activate its effect, targeting Solitaire. Solitaire will be banished by Solitaire, and Spectral Sword will be banished to summon back Immortal Dragon. Then Solitaire was banished. It will target Spectral Sword. Spectral Sword is summoned. Immortal Dragon will activate and send away a Shiranui Spirit Master. Immortal Dragon and Ballardrock will then sync together to make Baron de Fleur. Mizuki in the grave, banishing itself. Summon back Gozuki. Vampire Sucker, a zombie monster was summoned. Should see less and draw a card. Gozuki will send away another Mizuki. Spectral Sword and Vampire Sucker will then link together for Yuki Onna the Icicle Mayakashi. Unizombie and Gozuki will then sync together for Skeletal Dragon Felgrand. Gozuki in the grave will banish Al Ghul Mazera to summon Solitaire from the hand. Al Ghul is summoned again. Yuki Onna and Al Ghul will link together for Yuki Onna the Absolute Zero Mayakashi. Mizuki in the grave, not a once per turn, banish itself, target Immortal Dragon, that summoned back to the field. Immortal Dragon and Solitaire will sync together for Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord. Swings Yuki Onna, swing Skeletal Felgrand, Skelegrand, and Baron for game. Zombie pile beats Beat Stick. Who's surprised? No one. What is with people today? Opponent uses D-Shifter off rip. Summons Kashtira Unicorn. Unicorn add Kashtira Theosis. Activates Theosis, targeting Unicorn. Summons Fenrir. Fenrir effect, adding Rise Heart. Unicorn and Fenrir are going to overlay into Shangri-Ira. Being able to see Duelist A's hand, we know that this is way too much. Rise Heart will use its effect, summoning itself, banish a card, banish some of the opponents. Shangri-Ira effect, block a zone. Kashtira Big Bang was banished and will activate, targeting Shangri-Ira. Adding unit from its attachment back to the hand. Rise Heart will then turn to solo material for a Rise Heart. Passes. Shangri-Ira's effect. Summons out Fenrir during the standby. Player summons Insect Knight, puts Sword of the Deep-Seated on it. Swings it into a Rise Heart's butt. Passes turn. Shangri-Ira effect. Kunai with Chain will activate, putting it on Insect Knight, making it a 2900, which is still not big enough to do anything. Ira will summon Unicorn. Fenrir will add Scareclaw Kashtira. Unicorn effect, adding Kashtira Birth. Activate the Birth. Scareclaw will be summoned. Send away a card from hand. A Rise Heart effect. Attach a banished card to it as material. Birth effect. Summon back Ogre. Ogre effect, add Preparations. All monsters go to attack mode. Swings with Fenrir, which will auto-banish the Insect Knight. A Rise Heart will chain. Shangri-Ira will chain to block another zone. This feels rude and hurtful at this point. A Rise Heart gets another material. Ogre punches. Fenrir punches. A Rise Heart for game. Congratulations. You have snapped a pretzel stick in twain. Oh god, it's Draco Slayer. Oh, I'm throwing up already. Opponent sets 1 and passes. Player draws. Activates Majesty Pegasus in the Draco Slayer in the Pendulum Zone and Ignis Phoenix. Pegasus effect. Ash Blossom will say no. Pendulum summons out Master Pendulum, Dynamite, and another Ignis. Imperm will activate, targeting the Dynamite. 2 will go away for Dinoster. Master Pendulum is added back. Dinoster effect. Summon that. Ignis and Master Pendulum will then link together for Heavy Metal Foes Electromite. Lesson Nibiru is going to come out soon. This is super over. Electromite will send away the Astrograph. Pop Ignis Phoenix. Astrograph is added. Somehow this is how the chain resolves, though I doubt it should be, because Astrograph did not see the card get destroyed. I disagree with a lot of how Astrograph is ruled. Anyway, Ignis Phoenix is added to hand. Another one. Luster Pendulum is summoned. Summons out Ignis Phoenix, syncs it together with Luster Pendulum for Ignister Prominence. Moves to battle, swing Electromite, swing Dinoster, swing Astrograph, and Ignis Prominence for game. More zombies. Eldritch zombies. Opponent summons Traptrix Arachnokampa, links her off into Traptrix Sarah. Sets 2 back row and passes. A nigh unbreakable board. Draws. Hang on 1 hot minute. What in God's name are you? Daidara Bachi? Level 10 zombie. Cannot be special summoned. Tribute it by attributing 1 zombie monster. Gains 200 tech for each zombie monster control except itself. At the start of main phase 1, if you have this card and 2 or more zombie monsters other than Daidara Bachi in your graveyard, discard a card, add it to your hand. Why are you here? Activates Cursed Eld Land. Cursed Eld Land paying 800 at Hakero. Eldritch the Golden Lord will discard Guardian, target Sarah. Opponent activates Gravedigger's Trap Hole, which will negate Eldritch's effect. A trap card was activated, so Sarah will summon Traptrix Myrmileo. Myrmileo will pop Eldland. Eldland was popped. Its effect will activate. Sarah's effect will activate because the Traptrix monster effect was activated other than her own, setting Bottomless Trap Hole. Eldland will send away Hakero. Player sets a card. Eldritch will send that card to the graveyard, add itself back to hand, summon itself with boosted stats. Battle phase, swings over Sarah. Main phase 2 and phase, Hakero will banish itself, as will Guardian to set Eldlixirs. Eldlixir of White Destiny, and Scarlet Sanguine. Duelist B will immediately link off their Myrmileo into another Sarah. Makes sense. White Destiny effect will activate. Scarlet Sanguine will chain. Sanguine summoning Ballardrock. White Destiny summoning Jacko Bolin from the hand. Sarah's effect will activate. Torrential Tribute will chain. The other zombies are destroyed. Eldritch will, of course, stick around. Traptrix Pudica is summoned, and then she will get rid of Eldritch. Sets a Gravedigger's Trap Hole. Normal summons Myrmileo, adding Traptrix Holutea. Myrmileo and Pudica will then overlay into Pingulika. Detaches a material from itself, adding Arachnocampa to hand. Arachnocampa effect, summoning itself. Swings. Pingulika, Arachnocampa, and Sarah. Setting one more card. Hakero's effect will activate. Setting Scarlet Sanguine. Eldritch player draws Vampire Voivode. Pudica allows Eldritch to come back now. Elixir of White Destiny will banish itself. Scarlet Sanguine will banish itself. To set some golden land. Sets the Conquistador and 7 cities. Activates 7 cities. Opponent activates Traptrix Holutea. Holutea is summoned. 7 cities will activate Resolving. Sarah will then summon out another Myrmileo because a Traptrix monster was summoned. Myrmileo will pop the 7 cities. A Traptrix monster's effect was activated, so Floodgate Trap Hole is then set. Traptrix player's turn. Holutea and Myrmileo will overlay into Time Thief Redoer. Unexpected. Player activates Conquistador. Time Thief Redoer's effect will activate. Elixir of Scarlet Sanguine will then activate Channeling 3. Summoning out Necro World Banshee. Time Thief Redoer will detach a trap from itself, shuffling back the Eldritch. Conquistador summoned as a trap monster. Necro World Banshee will banish itself, activating Zombie World. Sarah's effect will activate because the trap was activated, summoning Dionea. Dionea will set the Gravedigger's Trap Hole again. Sarah then sets Holutea because the Traptrix monster effect was activated, who wasn't her own. Arachnocampa and Dionea will then overlay into Alomaris. Moves to battle. Redoer swings over the Conquistador, and Pingulika Pringles will then swing direct for game. Traptrix had control of that game from the start. Overall, I'd say I'm fairly satisfied with the matches we observed today. The most important thing that we all learned today was that Blue Eyes has a finishing animation. Why has no one ever told me these things? Anyway, I'm going to think about making the Blue Eyes deck so I can just see that animation as much as I can, and Brick more often than not. But I hope that doesn't stop you all from having a fantastic day. Thanks for watching the video. Bye. Oh, right, and before I forget, the project that I'd mentioned at the start of the month is very close to releasing, and I might do something special when that comes out. Hopefully it comes out this coming weekend or early next week. More hopefully before November. But as far as I know, that's all going according to plan so far. Fingers crossed. Hope you all will enjoy it when it comes out. Once again, bye.